Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's KlaireeBerry, and I am here today to do the water sign reading for this upcoming week, and especially for the first couple to few days. Okay. Oh, excuse me. So I hope you guys are doing very, very well. I recently have put up the program that I have available here for free, all completely on this channel. So I kind of redid that this weekend, and it is available and ready to go. Like I said, for free. You can get lots of inner healing done with this program, and it is only going to be free for a little while longer until I finish it. So go to my playlist and check out the program and take notes and then follow through and do the actual work. This is a really good time to do inner healing work in October. So it's also a really good time before November and also before the new year. Okay, we got nurture for our angel energy. Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. For both activities are important for you right now. The inner child for sure. Okay, and that is exactly, I love that that pops up for us, because this is exactly what I've been talking about lately. And I love the crown. This has the crown. I'm so glad I wore it, and I kind of actually match this. Sorry that the lighting is not good here. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this any closer here. See if that helps, maybe. A little bit. So yeah, we are like the little babies here, and we have angels, and we have ancestors, and we have different spirit guides that nurture us and heal us. Help us to heal, help us to be led in the right directions. And, as we nurture a child, we have to nurture our own inner child as well. So it's far too neglected in this day and age, in this society. It's kind of cliche to even think about or talk about. It's just silly, to do this work. And it's really important work. And, it doesn't matter if there have been comedy sketches, making fun of this type of work. I mean, yeah, you might feel a little silly, but then you're like, oh, well, you know what? I actually really needed that. You know what I mean? So it's about letting go of, what your expectations are for life and for what you think you need. Expect powerful change right now. Okay, this is a very, things are foggy and they're coming into clarity for us. Powerful change. New moon eclipse. Interesting. Okay. So I am just going to kind of jump right in here again. I'm really glad that you're here. This could be for water sun signs, water moon signs, rising ascendants, Venus, Mercury, North Node, South Node, cross watchers, or if you're on the cusp, welcome. And, if you're a cross watcher, potentially, you may not even realize, sometimes when we cross watch people, you don't really think about what their moon is and what their ascendant is, what their north nodes and south nodes are. So, it is interesting to watch a variety of videos. So I hope that you get something from these videos. That's what they're made for, so that people can really share in the knowledge and share in the energies. Knowing about the energies, knowledge is power. So I love, the factor of just going through life and having this, this astrology tarot thing to kind of, work with. It just gives you extra additional insight, and it explains a lot of things sometimes. So if you're learning like me, then stick around. So like I said, we're just going to jump right in here. We are in, the moon is in Aries right now. It's too many, I don't put them all. Moon is in Aries and the sun is still in Libra. We're moving slowly closer to Scorpio season for our sun sign energy here in another week, maybe in a day or two. Okay. And what's going on for us as we navigate this full moon in Aries? And then we'll be moving into Taurus moon energy. I can definitely feel that as I said that, and those last two cards came out. Like I said, I think this reading is definitely going to be maybe not for the full week, but some into the next few days. And time is fluid, so it's really whatever resonates most with you. Okay. So again, welcome to the reading, water signs. Okay. Yeah, this is looking really good. Okay. Overall, we've got some great energies. We're going in the right direction. We're leveling up. We're going deeper and deeper. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do one more set of oracle cards before I go any further, just to be nice and spontaneous. So I just was calling me that I didn't do it, and I was like, well, and I was like, no, let's go ahead and do it. Grouse. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. Okay, so get loose. Let those kinks work themselves out. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting this is a lot about like self-care, preservation, building up for something with this new beginning that everybody's talking about, that I keep talking about here on this channel. It takes a lot of energy to prepare for something new, truly, in every if you're going to really change every aspect of your life, and this holistic change that we've been working on, it takes faith. It takes you're going to have to decide what is going to have to stay. Certain things are not going to go with you into this new lifestyle. So deciding, and then actually following through with that and exiting, walking out that door, not that it's going to be leaving somebody or anything, but just leaving the things behind and moving forward. Okay. Planning ahead, planning for what you're going to need in this time. If you're trying to start something new, if you're trying to manifest, with the law of attraction or whatever, you have to really think through all of the aspects of what you want so that you can prepare, and you're nurturing the idea. You're nurturing. I talk about this all the time when I say, you have the thought, you have the idea of what you want, you wrap it up in emotion. So this is the nurturing of the idea. You're nurturing it with follow through, and with attention and care. You care about what is going to happen to you. You care about what you're manifesting. So you're going to make sure you're going to do it right. You know what I mean? And like I said, sometimes those details pop up and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to have to plan for that and account for that. And it's just a really good way to be, where you're actually really are paying close attention to more of the details of your everyday life, and the more to the details of how you feel. And what is going on as far as what you're doing, and is what you're doing actually helping you get to your goal, or is it possibly keeping it away? We just think we know what we want, and then sometimes we get there and we're like, this isn't quite it. So then we have to keep going in a different direction, or maybe in the same direction, just keep going further. We're going inward here to help heal whatever these, and to help let go of whatever these things are, whether it's addiction or toxic relationships, or, just habits that just are not that good. Maybe it's like bad grooming habits, or just like being angry, having a temper, eating really, really unhealthily. It doesn't have to be something incredibly horrible for it to really affect you. Even something like caffeine, if you get in the habit of drinking at the wrong time, can really mess up your life, because then you never get any good sleep or whatever, like just examples here, take it as it resonates. But going within to listen to these things, to listen and find out what you really, really want. It's a big world out there, and we think we are so grown at a young age and that we know everything that we want. And it's like, no, you really have to learn how to weigh some things out. You really have to learn how to weigh out the own polarities of your own divine masculine and feminine inside of yourself. So we all have these, we all have polarities in many aspects. We have yin yang, masculine, feminine inside of ourselves. We have, bold, shy. We have all these different things that, excited, high, low, excited or depressed, all of these different things to balance out on our own. And it is really important to show up for yourself first. And it is about, keeping that love cup full and making sure and show yourself the love that you really want to receive from other people. Remember, this is about you and your inner child. Yes, we all want a relationship. Yes, we all want passion. Yes, we all want success and all of these things. But really, what we need, as opposed to what we really kind of just want, what we need is to take care of our own selves and our inner child. And it's our outer child too. And when I say that, if it sounds silly for you, then I apologize. Hopefully you can substitute, just yourself. It's just yourself. It's just the reason why we go back to the child when you're younger is because so many beliefs and expectations about the world and about other people are created as we're growing up, because we're influenced so much by adults, and they teach us things. This is the way to be, and so we pick up on a lot of other people's bullshit at that time, and we have to kind of wash that off. We have to kind of rinse that out and get it out of our psyche and get it out of our thoughts and our emotions, so that we can really create this better life that we want. And that's exactly what gets in our way, is because we don't pay enough attention to ourselves. We don't realize, we get into our comfort zones, and we don't really realize that if we just would let go of something that seems really good, we can actually move on, to something that's even better. But we have to give up these little, something, it might be a little quirk. You think it's a quirk or something, but it's really hurting you. Okay, so we have to figure out what we really want and what's best for us. And again, that can, take some time. It can take some patience and some waiting and some juggling around of like, how do I figure this out? But ultimately it makes itself known with our passions and our bliss. And, when you're really, really honest with yourself about what you want, then it takes away a lot of this extra work that you have to do, because it's kind of like becoming a minimalist. You're cutting away this stuff that doesn't matter, and you have more space and more energy, because you don't have to clean all that stuff or try to organize it. You just have a few things, so you can be really efficient. Okay? Be really efficient in your growth and your feelings too. Your feelings are really becoming what you're doing, like what you're passionate about, what you spend your time on, whether you think it or not, is gonna usually manifest in some way, shape, or form, whether like I said, whether you're realizing that you're doing it or not. So be careful of the dance. You dance, and the things you say, and the things you think, really over time and with experience of life, they become what you feel. You're like, oh. And you can change how you feel. It's not just, oh, this is what you're given. This is what you have to, continue to do with the rest of your life. It's almost like you can fight back. You can have this new way of life where what you do matters. You're only doing things that are making you the best. You know that. And to know that you're that efficient, to where you're using your time so wisely that you're doing the things that are, they're going to make you happiest. You can weigh out, well, I really don't want to do this, but I know I'm going to have to do it. And so you finally get to a point where you're like, yes, I want to do this now. I just want to get it over with. I want to take care of it. You do things on your own time. You do things by your own watch. Okay. You do things in your own way. You do things when, you do things with the purpose that maybe others may not understand, but you can't really let other people's opinions right now get in the way of your passions. I'm getting a lot of that too. It's like you're trying to dance around and not step on anybody's toes. And in actuality, you're stepping on more toes by not speaking your truth straight up. Okay. And it's almost like kind of this watch out energy. Somebody might accidentally get hurt, even though, that's not maybe what you had wanted. And I'm really getting this, like, let it out. We need to stay loose. That spine, our spine is a tool for our spiritual bodies. Like all of this stuff, your body is a temple. It's very, very true. Okay. So it's like, stay, keep it moving for sure right now. Keep it moving. Do some dancing. Wow, I'm getting the dancing on both sides too. It's part of nurturing yourself. Part of nurturing yourself is viewing yourself as a child, on the inside and out. And it helps you forgive. Again, watch my program for all that inner stuff. But a lot of this I'm feeling is the outer child. Getting to bed on time, your physical. Getting to bed on time, taking a nice bath, having relaxation time, allowing yourself to just daydream in the grass for a while, stay grounded. Have fun with your friends, be social when you need to be, and get that quiet time by yourself to process things when you don't. Be artistic, all the things we get to give our little kids opportunity, healthy snacks, plenty of hydration, drink some juice, have some cookies maybe. it's just like, enjoy, you know, the basic things right now, and pay attention to your healing and your passion and how you really feel. And put yourself on a pedestal, okay? Put yourself on a pedestal. I'm thinking right now, especially with your words and your thoughts about yourself, make sure you're not doing any negative self-talk, because that shit is real and it will become, you know, energy that, and a greater energy that you don't want to have to deal with, okay? So I feel like there's a lot of worry about maybe the future and about how things are coming together, how you can make it happen faster. If you're gonna have anything like that that's gonna make it faster, it's gonna be the shadow work, okay? But this is about setting a foundation, and this is all about what I feel like this moon energy is, this Aries full moon energy that we are in right now. Basically, it's about this new beginning's coming. We know this, and this is exactly what I was saying the other day in my videos about the full moon weekend as well. And we got the same ace. We've been getting this ace over and over. Our feelings are changing, but it's not sudden, and it takes some navigation. So sometimes it feels like you're going through, you know, a nightmare situation that you don't want to go through, and it's like, oh, are we still here? Are we going through this again? And it's like, no, you actually are, you know, getting there. You actually are getting the things you want, getting the things you need, setting up the life that you want, having just a beautiful life from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed. Like, that is where you're headed. And we know that all of our negative thoughts, all of our negative memories, all of everything that we have to, all the work we have to do, this shadow work is going to bring us to this new beginning. So again, if you want to facilitate it, then do your shadow work and get into the program. But regardless, it's coming. You know, like, if you don't want to help it come, which is I think what this tarot and astrology stuff does, then it's going to come regardless eventually, you know, for us. And again, don't be efficient. Don't make yourself do extra work. You know, don't have to go through extra pain just because you didn't want to take some time and do your shadow work. You know, this is a new beginning, and we're waiting for it and waiting for it. And it's like, is it ever going to fully implement? You know, we've implemented it in some ways, but we know there's more. And we know that, I think the more we nurture this idea of this new beginning, you know, that it's going to nurture us back. The more we nurture our inner child, the more, you know, that's all you're doing. You're taking care of yourself. And that's when we're going to get to this, you know, great peace of mind, clarity, understanding. You know, that's when you can really have the sun moment. You can't really have the sun moment without doing that inner child healing work. Some people may be lucky and they don't have a large pain body. They don't have to work with a lot of stuff. So they naturally seem like they just have that sort of a life. And some people are faking it. But, you know, some people, again, maybe just have different karmic situations and whatnot. But this still doesn't matter. Some of us who have more issues and more adversity, you know, sometimes we are actually, you know, able to go deeper and higher and deeper and higher because it is a ladder. This is a freaking ladder, you guys. And the, you know, the drama and all this negativity, you know, you learn from it and you get so strong, and it helps you to create a more unshakable foundation for everything that you're trying to grow. So be thankful for things you've gone through and the lessons and the feelings that you feel now are even, you know, you're able to go even higher and better with them and deeper with them and more grateful, which will make you more happy with them and surrounding this new beginning, because you know the contrast, you know how shitty it feels to be so low, you know, and to be knocked off your horse, you know, so far, so hard. And now, you know, you can really, it's like without the negative, you know, the positive wouldn't even be that positive. And that's just what this is about. This is just life. And so we have to almost be forgiving, you know, forgiving to ourselves, forgiving to, you know, whoever for put us in whatever situation, you know, whether we're angry at God or angry at our parents or angry at our partners or our kids or our exes or whoever, you know, it's like, let it go and realize that we don't need to focus on this negativity anymore, because we can create whatever we want. And we're starting to understand that a little bit more here on my channel. Again, my program talks all about the holistic law of attraction. It's coming down upon us. It's coming into our psyches. It's coming into our attention that, you know, the law of attraction is deeper than just positive thinking. And that's what this channel is all about. So please like, stay subscribed, hit the bell so you get notified, share. I'm all over Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, all over social media, and KlaireeBerry.com as well. So, stay in touch, and together we can help other people to, wake up in this way as well, and realize that they are integral in creating this new heaven on earth lifestyle that is coming for all of us, and the more one person can go, the more we should all celebrate and realize that, yes, like, this is where it's at. We are going, again, deeper and higher, and we're all able to manifest different things. And it's not going to be the situation where, oh, so-and-so's jealous. Like, this jealous mean girl shit is, like, going to fade away, because people are just really being truly, they realize, like, we're here, we're all in this together. So I'm here for you, and I really want you to, be the best that you can be. And I know that you're beautiful in your own way, and we have so many differences, so there's no competition. It's all about waking up, taking off these blinders of our own self. We have the power. Change starts within. If we are looking out in this world and saying, oh, those people are the problem, this is the problem with the world today, those type of things are, okay, that's like just not going to get you anywhere. That energy is, oh man, nothing but complainer energy. You're not doing anything else with the rest of your life. You might as well just go to a hole. That's just energy. I'm not talking about any person. I'm just saying that type of energy needs to grow. It needs to move on. It needs to open up and change and be willing to see things in a different way. Both of these all together, actually all three of them together, it's really, really taking the blinders off, okay? We're realizing who has the power. We have the power. We know this now. We have a passion that's bringing us somewhere for a reason. And if we're hurting, it's because we're doing it to ourselves through negative or incorrect thoughts, beliefs, patterns, expectations that we have latched onto from a young age, which is why we do our inner child healing work. We're altering these emotions surrounding these memories. It is possible. It is actually pretty simple and straightforward. It does take some energy and some focus. And I would say, if you have something in your life where you know that you need to deal with this, and there was a big trauma, you may want to just watch some of the videos and skip forward to the shadow work or to the inner child healing part. It goes through the law of attraction, like I said, holistic law of attraction, my program does, and then it goes through the mental, sides of the shadow work, and then it goes deeper and deeper into the inner child healing. But like I said, if you're ready, feel free to move around to whatever's calling you at that moment. Otherwise, it is just meant to be going from one stage to another. But again, people are at different phases, and I'm feeling like you guys are. You're doing well, you're making progress, you realize that you need to find these silver linings and learn how to make any negative into a positive, and you're feeling really like, I don't know, I feel like you are kind of getting in touch with your inner child, and there's this wholesome like energy of these, inner truths that you are coming across, and you're starting to awaken yourself up to. You may not be like completely there, like awakened to all of them, but you're being guided for sure. Your guides and the energies and, the angels and ancestors, like I was saying, like they're all here for you. You have, or you need to really just invite only good, energies, positive love and light. But when you do that, you're also inviting, you're saying no negative energies can come around me and my family, but you're also saying only positives, and you can open yourself up to a lot of positive energies that way, that you wouldn't have necessarily even called out by name, if that makes sense to you. So also just recognizing that divinity inside of yourself, and knowing that, your capacity for changing this world is really great. You are like an amazingly powerful being. You're coming into this understanding and knowing that you really can manifest at a really much deeper level, and that the way that you're going to get better at all of this is through the inner child healing work. This was just popping out on me here. We really are helping to create this whole new world, whole new life, whole new lifestyle, whole new culture, whole new, just keeping on this direction, that we need to go for evolution. And it feels good. It feels good to come into your own. It feels good to know when you're changing the world for the better. And it feels good to know that you're doing this healing, and, people are watching you do the healing. Like, we don't think about it, but the little kids that are being born, and our nieces and our nephews and our family members, and any children that are with us in our life, like they are watching us be, adults. And for them, like that's a big deal because that's what they're striving to be. That's what they're going to be. That's what they're all preparing for, is to become these in this adult situation. But a lot of us have such negative habits. It's just like, we might as well not even be there because we're only doing nothing but giving that child a negative role model. You know what I mean? So it's important to see like what kind of vibe you're giving off. And when you do this inner healing and when you really go into, the switch work and the shadow work and the inner child healing, that you really go, in deep and make a space for you to really shine that light even further and better for all the children coming up who may see you, and just for all of your family and friends that are walking through this life with you. You know what I mean? There's big change here, and it is going to be letting go of things that you might have really thought that you were going to hang on to these things forever. You thought that was part of who you are, but now that you've gone deeper, it's like, no, again, it's like, I'm getting better. I'm better than that. That does not define me. I thought that defined me. I really thought it did. We think a lot of things define us. We think like, oh, this culture, this habit, this tradition, whatever. No, like you are so far out there. You are so far up there. You are so divine that, like, honestly, I can tell you, you don't even know who you are. The most of us, we go through life and we don't even know who we are. And if that doesn't apply for you, if you feel like you've got a firm grasp and exactly like understand what I'm saying, then this is just a message that we need to get out to other people, that they are so divine as well, and that they can rise up and live in that sort of a, mentality. And that includes loving themselves so much that they are, affecting so many other people and loving, they're helping other people to have people when they're in their own, and when they're really truly loving themselves, they're just able to consistently show love and make, brighten other people's days. Okay. And we're going to get there. Like, again, you are so special and you are on the right road, and everything is going to benefit from this. I always say that too. Like, I'm definitely feeling like a love situation popping through here, whether it's twin flames or a soulmate connection or whatever you want to call it, really, whether it's a loved one, a parent, or even, any significant relationship in your life is going to be nurtured by you nurturing yourself. Okay, it's by you being more honest with yourself, by you, again, going in here and doing what is truly healthy, not just eating healthy, resting, getting enough water, avoiding toxic substances, etc. This is about you going into your truly insides, like deep down. That's why they're naked, because they're vulnerable. They're going deep down into their feelings and healing them. Again, this is about the true love that you bestow upon yourself. You give yourself the honor of rising deeper and higher, becoming that true manifester that that you are. And again, your manifesting abilities, again, you don't have to believe in them for them to work. If you're just going through life and not realizing how you're manifesting, then you're probably manifesting negative things, honestly. Okay, so it's about kind of waking up and realizing, like, who's in control here. You're a demigod or goddess. You are very, very, you're phenomenal. You're very important right now. It's important for you to do the work for yourself, not only to have the best life that you can live, have the best love that you can have with your partner, show up for them here while you can, while it matters. I mean, it all matters, but this is about grasping this time of change. Okay? A lot of this isn't outward energy to this moon in Aries, because the moon, again, is our more subconscious sides. It's our more inner side as opposed to our outer side. It's our shadow side. So the full moons, a lot of times we are waiting for, like, this external thing to happen, everybody to turn into werewolves. Something crazy is going to happen. People are just going to be really wild, this day and do wild and crazy things. And it's like, no, it doesn't like always play out like that. But, it can be a time where, you are going through some things, and especially with the full moon and the werewolf kind of thing, it's not necessarily about going out and doing crazy things. It's about letting things bubble up in you that you weren't paying attention to. You weren't trying to pay attention to those. You weren't trying to notice those. You weren't trying to do that work. And it just becomes kind of apparent during these full moons that we do need to do this work. Okay, so after the full moon is over, and we're coming into, at 11 o'clock, 11:24 a.m., we're going to go right into Taurus. So it's like, okay, enough of this Aries moon, to shine this light, to kind of get this intention going, to kind of start this initiative. But then we follow through. And it's more of a time where, yes, we are wanting to care for ourselves. We are wanting to be there for ourselves. But it's a perfect time, you guys, this week. Whether you're doing it tonight, Monday, Tuesday, after that, I don't care. Do not delay, though, and go and check out this program. Okay, right here on YouTube, on my playlist. It's called The Program right now. It's my Aloha Switch program. It's all about abundant living, holistic healing, holistic law of attraction, switch work, which is shadow work and inner child healing, flipping the switch on your life, becoming this new person, becoming one with your divine nature, becoming, going within. And this is where we're at right now, but this is what's coming for us. We're realizing this is a lot of uncovering. Okay, the reason why we're having, moments like this is because we're not living in this. And like I said, whatever we're manifesting is just like, oh, oops, accidentally manifested that, and the house is falling down. Like that, this is being a little bit stuck in this, okay, we know something needs to change right now, and we have the initiative, we're slowly, with this moon, like gaining this initiative to change, but it's still not let's go out and do something. Let's go out and have this big event, because it's so shadowy and it's so October-y and it's so, still, again, we're in between, it's October. We're in between the ending and the beginning. We're still at that point. We're still figuring out how this is going to look. How are we manifesting this? And it's going to be like this, it's going to be somewhat similar to this kind of a slow chugging along, figuring it out, and hopefully you're having these beautiful moments, with yourself and with your loved ones throughout this whole time. But if you're not, if you're missing your person right now, I feel like the love is there regardless on both sides. But it's kind of about nurturing ourselves and building ourselves up right now, to be able to kind of show up for that other person and be able to give them this new beginning and give them what they want and it's not about helping make them happy, because we do know that we can only do that for ourselves, but even make them even more happier. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just growing. We're just growing. We're just stretching spiritually, mentally. Doing this work takes some time. And sometimes it's okay to be away from people. It's okay to be separated in separation. It's okay to not be in union. It's okay to not always be talking and always be seeing each other. I know everybody's busy. Everybody's trying to pay bills as well on top of figure all of this stuff out. But if you keep on denying that you need to change, and it's not even in changing in ways that we always think about and want to change. Yes, it might be part of it, but the thing is that sometimes we hyper focus on one part of our life we want to change, and then we don't realize, like, really it's more of a holistic thing, and changing in another area that we might not have even thought of is actually going to help us change in that other way that we wanted to, if that makes sense. It's kind of similar to back when I went vegan before, when I first went vegan, it was like, yeah, I want to get skinny, I want to be healthy. And it's like, that's all I wanted was to be skinny. But everybody was like, no, stop and worry about the big picture. About being healthy is what you really want to focus on, not about just being skinny. And I've really, back then, I would be like, oh, that's bullshit. Deep down, I really just want to be skinny and I don't honestly care. But it wasn't until like I started to really implement that into my, into my psyche and really, carry that with me every day, that I was able to really make better, higher, more drastic and lasting changes in my health. And that's the same kind of idea that we're going through here. If we want one thing in life, it's not gonna, we can't expect that, it's gonna always happen exactly how we want it to, or it's gonna show up exactly how we want it to, or this change is gonna mean exactly that for us. But we're becoming a little bit more comfortable with all of these new beginnings, this powerful change that's coming. As every day, kind of passes this week, it's like we're becoming a little bit more, enthusiastic about it and comfortable with it. These big changes, sometimes they're painful. Sometimes they're shocking. Sometimes you're like, what the fuck? I don't think I can do this, And again, that's just why you nurture yourself, because deep down, you're going to have to go through this change. You're going to have to do something different. And with this, I'm still getting this very strongly. Like, this is the perfect card. I apologize if you can't see it. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. I'm just getting like this whole expression. You know, it's an expression of you and your body to decide to move in any certain way with dancing and different things. And I'm burning something, so I do have to go, but I am going to talk to you guys very soon. I love you. Again, you can follow me all over social media, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.